Hi guys, we are all set. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nico Nicole, and you are watching Tuesdays with Nico. And as always, we have a jam-packed show today, but let me dive into the business and the housekeeping of it all. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's grow this community. We are trying to do our best to make this thing a thing, building this community week by week, bit by bit, and I'm having so much fun doing it. I appreciate you guys for joining me each and every week. So go ahead, and if you haven't already liked the video, please make sure you leave a comment below and subscribe to the channel. Let's grow. Please, let's grow, y'all. And if you have a channel that you want me to support, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll follow you as well. That way we can grow together. So if you also want to support me, you can do so at the Cash App here. Help me remove this restream so I can, you know, you know, grow. And also, don't forget, if you have any questions or business inquiries, please feel free to shoot me an email there at my email at givethisgirlamike@gmail.com. I just want to say what's up to my MVPs, my most valuable people. How are you guys today? I hope you had a beautiful weekend. You know, we're coming off the week, and this is what we're going to do. So welcome back to Get This Girl a Mic, where we keep it real, relatable, and reliable. And again, to my MVPs, you are the heart and soul of this community. You are the heart. You remember that to always stay rooted in your morals, your values, and your principle, because that's what makes you the real MVP. Now let's dive in. I did script that little part because you know I'm still practicing, but I didn't script the rest of this. So we're gonna wing it today because I always have my script. And what I notice when I do my playbacks, I'm like looking to the side a lot. But I want to more engage with you guys and just kind of go off the cuff. And I think that'll also help you guys get a better sense of my personality. So let's wrap that thing up. Let's get off the rip and jump right into, first and foremost, we're gonna talk about Miss Wendy Williams. Yes, they said our girl was incapacitated and was not able to be there fully cognitively, but when she called for help this week, she proved everyone wrong, and she passed a psychiatric evaluation with flying colors. So if you haven't heard, this week Wendy was taken into police custody and then eventually put into hospitalization after dropping a note out the window saying that she needed help. And so when the police came, I mean, if you guys see the pictures, they came full force for our girl. When they came, they took her in and they did a psych evaluation, which she passed with flying colors, according to Lauren LaRosa, who has been keeping track of this story on The Breakfast Club. Shout out to Lauren LaRosa. I'm so proud of her. I've been watching her for a very long time. So it's great to see her progress as well. But yeah, Wendy is okay. And I have this little video of Wendy, which I love because everybody's just such her personality.
Wendy Williams speak for the last hour. You be the judge.
Look at her.
Is Wendy
With a
Williams
bad
capable
self.
of living freely? You don't have to be a doctor or a judge to take a stand.
I don't know if you heard Harvey, but I'm reminded.
You just watched Wendy Williams speak for the last hour. You be the judge. Is Wendy Williams capable of living freely? You don't have to be a doctor or a judge to take a stand.
So that was, if you guys don't know, that's Harvey from TMZ. And he actually talked about the police officers calling him when they got up into her room, and they asked him what he thought, and he told them to go watch the documentary that TMZ did on Tubi about saving Wendy. So she's, of course, now, as you can see, living in an assisted living home, and she was able to answer every question when she did get out of there for the psych evaluation. So I feel personally that she was totally vindicated. And again, it announced that she passed the competency test with flying colors. So all the best to Wendy. I personally don't believe she's 100% better. Like, I don't think she's all the way back to the Wendy that we know and love and care about. But do I think she needs to be locked up in a facility away from her family? Absolutely not. Absolutely, absolutely not. I think she could, even to the point of she could do a scripted podcast without face, without like anything, maybe once a month. And I think people would love that, just to get like a Wendy's takes. It doesn't have to be this big elaborate thing. Just her in her home office recording what she's reading in the Cosmos. Because I think if somebody like Joan Rivers continue to work well into their elder years, senior years, season years, then I think Wendy Williams also has the right to be able to do for her family and do for herself in that same way, because this is her bread and butter. And for them to keep her isolated, I think it is going to cause more dementia. It is going to cause more delay in her mental health. So I don't think they should keep her there. I think she should be in the sunny skies of Florida. Maybe, yes, in still a home for some assistance with all the things that she does suffer with. But I also, because what I've heard is that they put her in this particular unit because she had violated some of the policies of the drinking order, like she was drinking and things like that. So she wasn't supposed to be doing that. This is all, hold on, alleged. Baby, don't sue me. So this is all alleged, right? But that's what I've heard. So that's why they put her in this wing, because of behavioral things like that. So if they need to monitor her for behavior, that's different than saying she's cognitively delayed or having dementia where she's incapacitated. That's completely different. That's behavioral. So she needs to be with a behavioral health specialist and see them every so often, once, twice a week. I think that would be more than fine, more than enough for our Wendy. Truly, I really don't think she needs to be in this armed facility, or as she calls it, a luxurious prison. I don't think our girl deserves that whatsoever. So we're gonna move on to someone else who who was dealing with health issues, but unfortunately passed recently. We talked about him a little bit. Gene Hackman and his wife. According to CNN, she was very protective of him and his health for years. She died of something called Hanata virus, and days later he was gone. So as I was saying, where it cut off at, so Gene Hackman's wife was passed away of something called Hanata virus, and days later he was gone. The update on this case is really sad. Apparently, what happened was he was um he didn't realize she had passed away. She had passed away from this virus, and this is a type of virus that is from rodents, unfortunately. And I think that tends to happen when you are in a situation where you're an elderly person and you're home in the house by yourself a lot. I think you tend to be in these situations. So the rodents kind of got her sick with some kind of virus, and then she passed away, and then he passed away days later. They passed away about a week apart. So she may have been gone about a whole week before he realized before he went. And I don't think he ever realized it, because he died of dementia with a little bit of starvation. I say a little bit of starvation only because his stomach was empty, but we don't can't confirm that he died of actual starvation, because he also had the onset of dementia, very rapid decline in his brain. And also the dog, we found out why the dog also died of the same thing, which could be starvation, because the dog's stomach was also empty. So they're making sure that they're letting us know that there was no foul play, that these two really loved each other. And Gene Hackman has said time and time again that he wouldn't have made it this long without his beloved wife. He loved his wife. So I just want to make sure that, when you guys are checking on your family, especially us millennial age people, when we're checking on our family members, that we literally spend time with them. Like for me, I spent time with my mom this weekend. We watched Gladiator 3, which is a Denzel movie, and also um the Equalizer 3. My mom loves Denzel, and my stepdad and her used to always go and watch Denzel movies together, but he passed away last year. And so with that, you try to fill in the void, pick up the pieces where you can. And I just want you to remind you guys how important it is to show it for your loved ones, show it for your family members, because the time we have on this earth, it is not promised. It is not given to us. It is just it is not as easy as it's given to us. It can be easily taken away from us, and we have to appreciate every single moment that we have on this earth with our family members. So we're going to move on. As you guys did see, I mentioned that this show, The Real House of Atlanta, it is back. If you guys have been under a rock, especially if you're in the Black community, you know that this show is all of that in a bag of chips. So we do have Portia here. We have the two new girls here. We have Phaedra. We have Cynthia came back. and we have Drew Sidora. We also have some guest appearances from Kenya, which made me really, really sad and really miss her. And Kenya, if y'all know, I'm a Kenya girl. I love Miss Twirl. I'm Team Twirl all day, all the way. So, baby, I was a little sad. I was a little upset that we didn't get her looks, especially her looks for, I love when she's in those confessionals. And the reason, there was a few times in the show that I knew she was going to read down, honey. And I was waiting for her, but then I realized, oh, I forgot. She can't come back. At least not for this season. Hopefully production can figure out something where they can get her back, because her voice was very much missed this season. But one person who is kind of holding down the fort, of course, Portia's the star of the show. But also I mentioned that I think a good cast member to add, because they're missing just a little bit of Genesis Quai. Mia! Y'all don't think so? I might be tripping, but I think Mia would be such a great addition. Portia be lying, Drew be lying, and Mia be lying. So why not have them be lying together? I think it would be a hit. Also, the star of the show for me is Shamia. She is the housewife that we didn't know we needed, babe. She is so fabulous. She's really that girl. She's showing up and showing out. She is who we thought, I guess in a sense, Marlo would have showed up as. Like with some big wealthy man, African man with some money. I just thought Marlo would have showed up better. But neither here nor there. We love Marlo too. But Shamia showing out. Let me show you Shamia's home real quick.
This is how amazing Shamia's house is. It didn't even come with an address on the invite, honey. It just says Sterling Hall. Like, this is a house? Somebody lives at Sterling Hall? Like, this is wealth, honey, okay?
Where does Gerald money come from?
He's an African king. That is totally not true. No, he does HVAC. Some of the airports that you've walked through, my husband has built, manufactured, and installed the HVAC. So there you have it.
Y'all, okay, so that is Shamia, the big baller. Husband is a shot caller. Morton, I think that's her last name, Shamia. So I'm loving her so much. I just think she's beautiful. I think she's fabulous. And she is the moment. But, her husband, when I was watching him and how he moves and everything, he reminds me of another fine African man. Check this out. Do you see it? Hold on. Let me see if y'all can guess. Okay. He reminds me of him. I feel like they're kindred spirits. Just a little bit. Don't you see it? This is, if you guys don't know, this is Shakib from Young, Famous, and African. And this is our lady, Shari. She is beautiful. Dari is beautiful. But I feel like they kind of give the same, like he's a young version of him. Like he's very calm. He lets Shamia be out there. He just let her do her thing. Like kind of similar vibes to me. And so I think that's why Shamia is able to show up in her full femininity. Because when you have these like calm, real relaxed guys who don't really get too involved in women's stuff, it kind of allows you to just be a full grown woman. And he loves her just as she is, just like I believe Shakib loves Zari just as she is. Speaking of loving people just as they are, have you guys watched Love is Blind? I finally wrapped up this week. I saw the weddings, I watched the reunion, I saw it all, and I have opinions. So first of all, the only couple to tie the knot end up being, spoiler alert, Taylor and Dan. They're a beautiful couple. But, I saw that coming. A couple that I thought was going to get married was Ben and Sarah. So I was surprised that they didn't. But Ben was kind of, remember when on Coming to America when the girl was like, whatever you like? That's how he comes off. It's like he didn't get to the point where he develops his own personality. He kept telling Taylor whatever she wanted, whatever she liked, I will do. And she didn't want that. She wanted a person who was going to show up for her, who was going to show up loving on her properly. And I think he wasn't able to provide that for her. He was only able to provide a mirror of who she is. It's like you're my mirror. My mirror staring back at me. And she didn't want a mirror. She wanted a challenger. She wanted somebody who who allow her to show up as her authentic self and who push back on who she is. And she was allowed to push back on him and kind of challenge the communication between one another. But when he was so agreeable, but also wasn't deep enough to understand why he was agreeing with her, it made him come off kind of phony and not authentic. And I felt that. I think people were even joking and saying he had casted his own friendship groups and casted a lesbian, all this other stuff. But in his friendship group just seemed really inauthentic. So I also thought it was a little strange that we met a few parents, like we met Taylor and Dan's, we met Devin and Virginia's, but we didn't meet like the bulk of the family members. We met Joey and Monica's, but it would have been nice to see like more of the family members to make sure it was more authentic. And they talked about that a lot on the reunion. I think the biggest thing was talking how deep the issues were with Monica and Joey and him trying to talk to one of the castmates. That I didn't see that coming. And also because he seems like a 90s house dad, like he belongs on Fuller House or something, or Full House. So I didn't see that coming. Also, I don't like the way, I forget their names, but starts with an M. It's all the M's. Meg and some other guy and some other guy and Alex and I forget they all. And Anthony, I think, and then the other girl, whatever her name was. That whole thing, I think they gaslight that girl. I know Madison. I know Madison was a little bit manipulative, but so was the other guy. He was trying to pimp a butterfly. She tried to beat him at his own game, and she really couldn't. But they both deserved each other, and I did think they did like each other. And I think Meg just is in the middle. She's like a bulldog. So like she wouldn't let that girl have him at all, like in no shape of the word. Like even if there was chemistry, she did it. And I would like to see them talk. Like I mean, because they really did have something. So that was kind of sad to see that how that girl. Don't ever be a bulldog for no man. Like that's what the girl Madison is basically saying. Like why are you being used as a bulldog between me and this guy? I didn't like that. Also, the issues between Devin and Virginia, as I mentioned before, I didn't see that coming with the note from the best friend who's dating one of his friends. That don't mean nothing. If she not married, she's single. So why is she leaving you letters on your nightstand? Why aren't you telling me about this money that we have coming in when you ain't got that much money in the first place? So you lying about every little bit of you lying already before we can get married. So a few red flags and again her saying she's tried to protect the image of the black man. They don't be protecting us when we on these shows, so you need to call him out when the cameras is there. And I see you tried a few times and he would just be staring out like I agree with everything. I agree. Now it makes sense why all those things are so awkward because she tried to nudge and push him to be honest and open about his viewpoints, and that's why she's like, well, my family black. And I don't think she meant it like you're not a black person, but I think she meant it like your one black character, the dad, has fully assimilated into white culture where he no longer identifies as a black man, essentially. Like he's not dealing with the issues that black people deal with because he has fully divested from black culture, which means you are completely divested from black culture. She even mentioned, look how diverse my people were versus you got the only black man over there was your daddy. And I think that kind of stuff like is what she was implying, where she was basically saying like you're in the culture but not of the culture. And if you can't accept who you are, how are you going to raise my kids? Confused? Because in this world, even though I'm light skinned and I'm this and I'm a woman, I'm female, I show up every day as a black woman because I am that I am that I am. And I think that's what Devin was trying to say. So that was really interesting to see. And I really do wish they would have hashed out more. We thought the girl was mute and something was wrong with her. No, she just was trying to protect Devin, which you can kind of see. I knew something was there. So I was happy to hear her speak. And she's so eloquent and she's so professional. Oh, she was way, 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 way out of his league. So when she started crying, after realizing that, oh, this is another spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. AD did show up at the end, and it was announced that she was engaged to some fine Brit man named Ali, who was on the UK version of Love Is Blind. Baby, that man so fine. Oh yeah. And when I think Virginia started crying, I think it's because she was like, okay, there's still hope out there for me because look how they did AD last year. And even though Virginia didn't get done wrong, she did in a sense because again, it's another brokey trying to come up here and live off me. and really can't do it like they saying they could do it, and don't want to be their authentic self. Another black man showing up on TV being fake and phony as ever. And that's kind of annoying that they keep casting the same black man on every, it's not even just on Netflix. They cast the same black man on every station, every time, always. And it's like, at a certain point, you are the problem, because you guys are letting these black men show up in this way, and that ain't right. You have to do your vetting better. Like, even if you got to get Tyrone in the room, as they say, get Tyrone in the boardroom. Basically what that means is get somebody who identifies with the culture, who can vet these people, so that you don't run into the same mistakes over and over again. And again, we were right about how the editing was, because they edited a lot of the mess out so that they can kind of come with a squeaky clean, more, you know, this new Trump administration is going to be affecting media in that way, because they want to be seen in a positive light. So all these shows are going to be like squeaky clean, washed out, and all the little dramas that are typical in relationships are probably going to be washed out for a more cleaner, palatable television show that people are going to be wanting to watch nowadays, because people don't want to hear the realities of things going on. They want to be sanitized. Speaking of somebody who wants to be sanitized, Clay is washed. He is crashing out right now. Well, he wouldn't say he's crashing out, but me personally, it felt like he was crashing out, because he said his account was hacked for, I guess, 2 or 3 months. Then conveniently, his account is not hacked no more. And his first post is about AD and Ollie. He's like, I'm not mad at them. I'm happy. He's like, that's good for them. Cool. He's like, all y'all AD Avengers, y'all are bad, built, butch body. He didn't say that, but he was saying, y'all ugly in the face, and y'all is fat. That's what he essentially said. Y'all got bad bodies. So I don't listen to y'all, because I only deal with cute girls and pretty girls with pretty bodies. Just very shallow. He reminds me so much of Bill Bellamy. Like, y'all can see it, like, from that, not the real Bill Bellamy, because the real Bill Bellamy is married to a beautiful woman. But this Bill Bellamy, I mean, this character of the How to Be a Player, he reminds me of like 90s Bill Bellamy, How to Be a Player. I'm sure he's gotten that his whole life. And he falls right into that role. Like, I know he like, I don't want to be a player no more. Especially after Ollie. And Ollie fine. Oh my gosh. Like, he make AD look, I mean, he make Clay look. Whew. But yeah, Clay think he fine, but Ollie is fine. Like, Brit got a Britain accent, real tall, and he like is so like romanticizes like his feelings, and he very much in love with AD. That the same spirit, those kindred spirits I was telling you about. So I'm rooting for AD. I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy for her. I guess love is not blind, but she did meet him on a perfect match. So I will be looking forward to watching that and reviewing that later down the line. Let's get into Jurnee. Oh, speaking of somebody, oh Lord, love and the perfect match. Love is blind, and love is not blind, and the match is not perfect. Miss Jurnee Smollett, formerly Bell, and her ex-husband Josiah Bell. All I gotta say is we ride at dawn. We ride at dawn, because I don't play about this one right here. This one right here, I don't play about her. So I love me some Jurnee Smollett since since Eve's by You. So since the Full House, which we talked about earlier. She just has been my best friend in my head for years and years and years. And yeah, this man did what men do sometimes. He's been with her for a long time. She clearly was the breadwinner. They went their separate ways, and he went after her money. She's giving him currently, I believe, about $7,000 a month, which has over the last couple of years, because they divorced apparently somewhere between 2020 and 2021. They separated in 2019, but they kind of had a divorce between 2021 and 2020 and 2021. And she's been paying alimony ever since, $7,000 a month, and he wants more. He wants to now go into her SAG some SAG award, which she's had since she was about 3 years old, and he wants half of that. But I will say, some reports are saying that this is something that was promised in the prenup, that she would give 50% of her SAG award, her SAG Actors Guild, Screen Actors Guild fund to him after the divorce, but apparently she maybe reneged on that. But neither here nor there. Like, I just think she probably didn't think he was gonna really go after it. But he's going after it because he's running out of money. And I went over his TikTok just to see what he was doing in his Instagram, to see what he was doing, and he ain't doing nothing. He like a hobo. He look so homeless, y'all. And he's singing and praising Jesus as they always do when they doing the work of the devil, like they always do. So yeah, that was kind of sad to see. And if he not getting no job no time soon, because she is his job. Moving right on, another person who makes women their job. Yeah, I know. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Apparently, he's going to be charged with a RICO case for scamming and scheming, and Jennifer could be involved. Oh my, oh my. Lions and tigers and bears and gold. Oh my. So I feel so bad for Jennifer because again, I think we all were rooting for her to get it right. They make a beautiful couple, and she seemed really happy with him. But Jennifer, baby girl, you know how to pick them. My very own Jersey girl. Shout out to us, Jersey girls. But yeah, she knows how to pick them. She's been with Tim from Sweetie Pies. You know, remember the guy who threw the drink in her face back in the Housewives, Basketball Wives days, and she got with another like kind of same vibe scammer, very handsome, very flashy kind of dude a couple of years back who has scammed her. So this is not her first, you know, run in with this kind of situation. I think she's the type of person that she likes money, lots and lots of money. I like the pie in the sky. I wanna be rich. Ha ha ha. Oh, y'all, that's a song from my childhood. But she want to be rich, and I think she wants to be with a man who's the breadwinner, and so she's also into like looks and not necessarily like wanting to be, because the rich people are like those old homely looking old men that is not attractive. Those are the rich ones, those Warren Buffetts. She not into them. She wants to also be handsome. But we might see her with a Warren Buffett next time. Like, she got to get it right the next time because he going to jail. No, I don't know if he is, but he is a handsome little man. But yeah, look at all that gold, all them champagne. He all about the aesthetic. And so what happened was he now aesthetically is going to be his behind bars apparently. And the girl, if you guys know that show, Ready to Love on Oprah Network. One of the girls, Simone, she's a lawyer and she's down his throat about all this RICO stuff. She has been gathering victims and she's been on this case for over a year. She has made it her business and her life to get justice for these victims that she calls victims. So this should be a very interesting ride. He even mentioned, I remember watching, because I watch them sometimes, he mentioned on one of the episodes that he's coming for her and that he's gonna get her license revoked and things like that. But she rebutted immediately and said, "Oh, I'm just getting started, baby. Do not threaten me. Do not play with me. You do not know who I am." So she means business, and so we will see who becomes the victor of this. Will he, come out on top unscathed? Will the RICO charges be thrown out, or is this a very serious case and he will be back locked up? Will Simone lose her license and will be told that this is all a legal scheme that he had going on? But there are so many victims coming out every single day that are claiming that he scammed them in some way, shape, or form. So we just have to watch and see what happens. But I just feel bad for my girl Jennifer because she really thought she had it all, rolling in the deep. Somebody who do have it all. Miss Meghan Markle. Hey, round of applause for the Duchess of Sussex. She also, let me correct myself. I called her Meghan Markle. She's now Meghan Sussex. She wanted us to all know that. So let's put some respect on her name. And I'm very proud of her. She's doing beautifully on this show. I made some spaghetti last night in honor of her spaghetti dish. A lot of girls are making that spaghetti dish. It's good, y'all. Y'all should make it. Also, I want to make that blueberry honey cake. I can't wait. That's also going viral. So, while, people are, outside protesting and marching, the 92% of us are home relaxing, relating, and releasing. And we're baking cakes with Meghan Markle. Like, God has a sense of humor. And who knew that we'd be dealing with what we're dealing with in this time, in this space, and that Meghan Markle would be the kind of soft girl example that us 92 percenters needed right now. Who knew that she would be the one leading the force to finally allow black women to see ourselves and to see ourselves in a position of femininity and softness and calmness, picking her berries, her juices and berries. She better go. It's just been so relaxed. I even had my mom, I told you guys I had her over for watching movies, but I had her watching a bunch of Meghan Markle, and she enjoyed it. And shout out to my girl. She did get call back for a season 2, renewed for a season 2, and I binge watched it. I'm finished with the episode, so I love her. I love her show. I love what she represents for black women in the black community. And you guys can say she ain't black, but as you know, if you a black girl like me, if you got a black mama like her with dreadlocks, she one of those. She one of those. There's a certain type of woman that have a mama with dreadlocks, a black mama with dreadlocks. I got a black mama with dreadlocks, so I know about them kind of mamas. And if you got them kind of mamas, you know what it is. So let's move on. My favorite segment is Joy Comes in the Morning, and we're gonna talk a little bit about this little highlight that I have. So Joy Comes in the Morning is a segment where every week we highlight a story that uplifts and inspires. So my uplifting and inspiring clip of the week is coming up next.
Now the music may be for the kids, but the lyrics are for us too. Every day when you're walking down the street, and everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day, if you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You've got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message, and it comes from the heart. Believe in yourself, 'cause that's the place to start. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day, if we can learn to work and play, get along with each other.
That girl can sing. Baby, baby, baby. Yes. If I agree, hey, what a wonderful time to play. We can love and laugh with each other. I just love it. That was like my favorite thing. When I saw this, I said to myself, I have to let y'all hear the beauty of this voice. And with that, we are going to wrap up our segment, Joy Comes in the Morning. I want you to listen to those lyrics. Listen to the music. Listen to your heart. If you're a millennial girl, you were raised on this song, and the way she sung was so pure, and it helped me understand the lyrics in a way I haven't heard in a very long time. And sometimes we have to remember to wake up, to love ourselves, to just say, hey, what a wonderful time to play, and just enjoy your lives where we can live and love with each other. And that's what it's all about. No matter all the noise that's going on outside, all the chaos, just know that everything in your life is happening for a reason, and that there's beauty in the world. As I tell you guys, get outside, put your feet, in the dirt. Just have fun. Me and my daughter, we went to the park this weekend, and just the cheers and the laughter of the children, just being around the youth just will kind of inspire you. Just walk around, walk in the park. You don't got no money, don't worry. Nature is free. You don't always have to go fly to Thailand, fly to Italy. You know that's nice. Have your vacations, girl. Do that too. But if you don't have it, then do what you can do. Do what you can do so you can do what you want to do later. So just be here to survive. Be here to have a beautiful, fulfilling life, because again, life is not promised and life is a gift. And if you are here, it means God is not done with you yet. And I believe in God over here. That's what Joy Comes in the Morning comes from. So I just want you guys to remember that. Let me go back to my next section, which is going to be message. So I thought this was so cute. I had this in my phone and a screenshot for so long, and I thought I would use it. It goes back to what I said, back to the whole premise of I think what I do, which is just inspiring you to keep going, to try to entertain you and give you a soft place to land. But also remember, shit happens. It happens. So the shift can happen. Shit happens, so the shift can happen. Because if it ain't happening to you, what my mom always say, if the devil ain't messing with you, he already got you. And sometimes, rejection is the redirection. Just like we saw with AD when she got rejected by Clay, which is, he keeps talking about it. That's okay. Look what she redirected him to. A man 10 times more handsome, 10 times more charming, literally Prince Charming. She got her a damn Bridgerton man. So the rejection is sometimes the redirection, because shit happens so the shift can happen. Do not forget it. Don't let them make you forget it. And with that, I'm going to just have my closing thoughts. I just want to say thank you guys for rocking with me today. I know it was a little bit bumpy ride. I didn't have a script, so I just was going off the cuff. And I really enjoyed this. I think I might do it more like this, just freestyle and just have my opinions and say so based on just from my mind and not necessarily having a script. But I just wanted to thank you guys for rocking with me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to show your girl some love, please hit the Cash App below. And before I go, there is one thing I want to show you before I go. I forgot this was a slideshow. So I want to show you more Meghan, because if we're talking about positivity, look at that. This is what I was talking about. Say, these are the women that support her. Real women do not tear down one another. And this is something we have to remember when you're dealing with people and you have friendships. Just stick with the people who love on you, because out of all the tabloids and the mess that's going on in the world, she still had people show up for her. No matter what the outside noise is, she still had people for her. And this is why they really mad. Let me show you this. I forgot to show y'all these clips. She has beautiful family. She has her children. She has her dogs. And she has the love that, just like I said with the AD, she has the love now that a lot of people envy. And that's why they really mad, because at the end of the day, when she is being loved by Harry in this manner, like, this is the Harry that they remember. This is the Harry that they want him to be, this playboy. But she got Harry doing this. And when you have a man that love you and show up for you in this capacity, they wish they could, but she has it. And she is beautiful, and I'm so proud of her. And just like I'm so proud of you guys for showing up in your own lives every day, you should be proud of yourselves for showing up every day, because life is not easy. Life is hard. People always want to rip you down and tear you down, just like they do Meghan Markle. But you have to remember your morals, your values, and principles, and you are a MVP. And that you are somebody, you are God's child. So you are always going to be in a position of wealth, of positivity, of manifestation, manifesting all your dreams. Just keep that in mind whenever you get low. And so, like I said, before I go, just want to remind you to stay true to who you are, stick to your morals, your values, and your principles. That's what makes you the MVP, the most valuable person. And never forget who you truly are. Until next time, same vibe, same place. I hope to see you guys next week. I really enjoyed myself today. Take care. Bye. We did it. I'm so proud about that. It be a little journey getting up here, honey, but we doing it. We be doing it. And we out.